What is up, Bulldogs? All right, today we are going to be talking about how to manage stress. So you're going to want to stay around for the end of this video because at the end I am going to give you my absolute number one best tip on how to manage stress in your life. So I got this question from someone on email, I believe, about how to manage stress. And he says, "Hello, John. I am a great fan of your content and I watch a lot of your videos since the simple programmer era." All right, the simple programmer era. "My problem is that anything can stress me, and a thing that I have to do brings me stress. How can I obtain the have to do attitude without constant stress? Or the best thing you can help us with, how to manage stress with thinking and daily routine. Thanks." So how can you have the have to do attitude and manage stress and not have stress? So let me tell you guys something, okay? My life is pretty damn close. I'd say pretty close to 100% stress free. Okay, and while I say that, I want to also hear from you guys. How many of you guys are having stress? If you have stress, if you're having problems dealing with stress, leave a comment below. Let me know. If your life is stress-free, leave a comment below. Let me know that your life is stress-free. How is my life pretty much stress-free? Okay, this is a good question. All right, and it wasn't always like this. I have gone through plenty of periods in my life where I had a high degree of stress, okay? And so I'm going to teach you about how that I resolved this stress, and I've gotten rid of a lot of stress in my life, okay? So the biggest thing you have to understand is, first of all, what causes stress. And typically, what causes stress is worrying, okay? Worrying about the outcome of things and how things are going to play out, all right? And so one of the best ways that you can eliminate stress is to eliminate worrying or not to care necessarily about the outcome of things, right? We could talk about Stoic Philosophy here. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, click the subscribe button below, click the bell, and check out the video series that I have here on Seneca's letters to Lucilius, which is all Stoic stuff. Right now I've been doing videos on Stoic Philosophy as well. One day a week. I believe on Sundays right now we're releasing them. That schedule may change. I don't want to commit to that schedule yet, but get familiar with the Stoic mindset. I can't control circumstances outside of myself. The only thing I can really control is myself, right? My attitude, my perceptions of reality and things. I can't actually control reality. I need to see it clearly, but I can't control fate and fortune. So I'm going to give fate the big middle finger. I'm going to say fuck you to fate, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to accept whatever happens. Okay, I'm going to strive to do my best. I'm going to strive to live my life the best way that I know how to live my life. And at the end of that, okay, whatever happens as a result of that, it is acceptance. Okay, it comes down to acceptance. It comes down to basically saying that whatever happens is going to happen. I'm going to strive to do the best, to take the actions that I can that I know are best in my life. And the rest is up to fate. And guess what, fate? I'm not afraid of you because whatever the fuck you do, I am here for the fucking ride. I am putting on my seatbelt and we're going to go for a drive, okay? And I don't care. I don't care what happens. I'm ready to accept whatever happens in life, to experience life fully. I'm not going to worry about the result because I'll handle it. I'll adapt to it. I'll get through it somehow. And I want to live my life in such a way that I'd rather live my life and deal with the consequences than not live my life and maybe avoid some particular consequences in life. Does that make sense? Okay. And I'll tell you guys from my own perspective, right? I used to live a completely guarded life, okay? Back in the day, and this was probably even like about 3 years ago, okay, when this change started happening in my life. And I'll do some more videos talking about this change, but right now I just want to focus on the stress aspect. So I'm going to give you kind of the short version of the story here. I used to live my life building a fortress around me, okay? Building a fortress around me to insulate me, to protect me from financial problems, from emotional problems, from physical problems, pain. I lived in a solitude to some degree, right? So there's a really powerful thing that I went to Day with Destiny, Tony Robbins seminar, and what Tony said in the seminar, it forever changed my life. It changed my perspective on this. It basically got rid of my stress. Okay, he said the quality of your life is in direct proportion to the amount of uncertainty you can comfortably live with. This is the formula for getting rid of stress, right? If you increase your comfort level with uncertainty, which life is full of fucking uncertainty, right? We don't know what's going to happen. We can make guesses, we can try and control things, but can we really ever control life? Life throws curveballs at you, okay? So what I was trying to do in my life before this message was I was trying to prevent fate. I was trying to prevent anything bad from happening to me. So I set up a financial fortress, okay? I was afraid to take financial risks, and I wanted to have so much passive income coming in that nothing could possibly hurt me, okay? And that wasn't the wisest from an investment perspective. It wasn't the wisest move, but I was trying to be protected. Emotionally, I wanted to be protected. I didn't want anything to harm me, right? I didn't want uncertainty. So what did I do? I became emotionally numb. Instead of caring about people and caring about life and having a zest for life and risking love and risking, being hurt, I decided that I wouldn't allow anything to penetrate this emotional fortress, this emotional barrier that I set up for myself, and I could just be zombie mode and be numb, and no one can hurt me. And that's what I did. I did this physically. I was afraid. I was afraid to fly in airplanes. I was afraid to go on roller coasters. I was afraid of a lot of things in life. I had panic attacks at some point. My life was basically stress, right? If you think about it, it's all stress. If you have the apple cart, okay, and you're trying to put all the apples perfectly on the apple cart, you are worried constantly that someone is going to upset the apple cart, okay? If you don't care, if you're like, you know what, wherever the apples are in the apple cart, I don't care. There are apples in the apple cart. If someone fucks it up, they fuck it up. You don't have stress. That it's as simple as that. Embracing uncertainty, being comfortable with uncertainty. Okay? So my life is different. The way I live my life is different now. I am willing to accept whatever consequences come for the choices that I make in my life, and I am willing to make the choices that I want to make, even if they entail a higher level of risk, because that's what living life is. I'm willing to accept whatever fate dishes out to me, okay? Because she doesn't get to decide whether it's good or bad. I get to decide that shit, okay? So she can give it to me, and I'll be along for the ride. So we're gonna have a bumpy ride today? Well, fuck, let's have a bumpy ride. It'll be fun. We're gonna experience. We're gonna see what's gonna happen in life, and I don't care which way it goes. I'm here for the ride. I'm gonna do what I can to move things in the direction I want, but if they go the opposite direction or they go somewhere else, I'm going to buckle up and I'm going to get in for the ride and I'm going to ride it out, okay? And that's why I don't have stress for the most part of my life. It doesn't mean I don't have any stress, but for the most part, I'm rolling with the punches. I'm going with the flow. I'm accepting whatever happens as reality, even though at the same time, I'm fighting hard to make my own reality. Does that make sense, guys? I want you guys to understand this. This is, again, part of the Bulldog mindset is this idea that you are going to drive forward into things, that you are going to pursue things like a bulldog, but at the same time, the Stoic part of this philosophy says that at the end of the day, you have run your race. But whatever comes, that comes. And you just accept that. And you don't fear that. And you don't try and prevent that, and you don't try and shelter yourself from reality and fate or lie to yourself. You just accept it. And you just say that it must be the best thing because that is how things landed. Because the things could not have happened better than they did. Because this is fate. Because this is what happened. And this is reality. And if I can either accept reality or I can reject reality. So I know we went on a little bit of a tangent here, right? And this was probably not the answer that you were looking for. But again, I'll tell you, and I told you at the beginning of this video, I tell you that my number one tip for avoiding stress in your life, what is it? It is simply this, to accept reality. If you accept reality every day and accept what it is and know that you are waking up every morning to fight the battle new every day, and that every day you can't rest on your laurels from the previous day, but it's a new battle every day. If you accept reality and accept the fact that life is a struggle and a fight and embrace that, you will have less stress in life because you won't worry about the outcome. You'll just worry about doing what you need to do, and you are in full control of that. The things that stress you are the things that you can't control. When you accept and release them and are willing to accept whatever future or fate that is in store for you, then you don't have stress because everything is gravy. Everything is fine. Everything is happy, right? There's nothing bad that can happen to you. You become somewhat invincible because nothing can harm you, because you have decided that nothing can harm you. Therefore, nothing stresses you. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button down below. Click the bell to make sure that you don't miss any of the videos. Leave a comment. Let me know, like I said, if you are stressed or not stressed in your life. And if you want to figure out if you're a Bulldog, if you have the Bulldog mindset, or how far on that Bulldog mindset you are in living your life, make sure that you check out the Bulldog Mindset quiz, the Bulldog quiz. Are you a Bulldog? The link is in the card. It's also in the description below. I will talk to you next time. Take care.